Welcome everybody, sunny day here at Braywick Park. Hopefully the commentators will turn up soon. Boys are still doing their warm-ups. Enjoy this last fixture of the season against Horsham. We're kicking off in about 10 minutes.
Mate, you right?
Hey!
How are you?
Glad someone stand up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be listening to me. Your spots all ready, mate.
Magic, thank you very much.
Cans, drink. Oh,
Sorry, mate? Hang on.
Yep, let me turn it on. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Give me a sec. Please, mate. No, not yet. Hang on. It's not on. You want to check the box? Check the box. The box is on. Yeah, see, make sure that's turned on. The box is turned on, is it? Oh, sorry. Just hold that one down. Yeah, that's it. Hold that down. Yeah, you're on now.
You got me? Check.
Yeah.
Right, good to go, mate.
Yeah, all good. Eddie should be here soon.
Yeah. We're live, so
Oh, we're live already?
yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So you should be able to hear yourself.
Yeah, I got myself. Cool.
And then I put a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Perfect. So, hello to everybody watching at home. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We are just watching the Maids boys go through their final warm-ups. Horsham have already gone inside. It'll be myself, Jake and Ed providing you commentary updates throughout the game. Enjoy. Plays for Northampton, didn't he? Nice. Was it? Yeah. Really? Loves it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Character building bench.
when they start coming back out, I'll do a quick run through of the teams and stuff. In fact, I might do that now. So we've just got some team news for you today. So Maidenhead line up as follows. They have Elio Mandozi, Max Keller, Josh Nichols in the front row, Harry Jevons, Phil Wells, Nick Riding, James Johnson and Sean Ingle, who captains the side. So nice strong pack there for Maidenhead. Then Ewan Hughes at 9, Greg Smith at 10. On the left wing, Alex Turton, Max Thomas and Dan Collins are your centre partnerships, and Tom Doherty and Lucas Norton, who is making his second cap. He's one of our Colts, so a really exciting player to watch there. On the bench, we've got Jay Kuhn, George Swin and Ollie Pearce. So a nice strong side for Maidenhead in what promises to be a absolute doozy under the sun here at Braywick. For some context, so obviously a Regional 1 fixture. Horsham are currently on 32 points, I believe. Brighton on 30 and Tunbridge on 34. So all to play for Horsham to save their season and maintain their position in Regional 1. Tunbridge have got a tough day today away at Jersey, so hopefully for the Horsham boys the result goes their way. But it's all a bit academic if Maidenhead do the job. So Horsham in need of 5 points to definitely secure their spot, and Maidenhead will be looking to build on their league position this year. So I think this will be a really exciting game. I will get the Horsham team news for you in just a second when they come back out. But yeah, it looks to be a really exciting prospect, and hopefully we can provide some entertainment on Saturday. My co-commentator Ed is sadly running late as usual, so it will just be me to start the game, and hopefully that gets us through until he gets here. Let's see if I can find the Horsham team. Smile. Hey everyone at home. So news from their Instagram, obviously it could have changed, but they line up as follows according to their social media. Jack Osgood, Freddie Kilfeather, Luke Standing, Jacob Denhart, Owen McLaughlin, Jordan Smith, Simon Powers, I believe it is, Tom Bishop, Aaron Linfield, Ollie Chennell, Josh Fisher, Tom Johnson, Thomas Whitaker, Tom Sanders, Joe Blake, and then on the bench they've got Nick Bell, Henry Warwick and Josh Draninu, I think, but I've probably butchered that surname. So yeah, that's a fairly similar side, I believe, to the side that took on Camberley a couple of weeks ago, that actually got a really impressive win. So Horsham actually riding a bit of a momentum wave, beating 4th place in the league, and they're on their way out as we speak. So hopefully Maidenhead can halt that momentum train. I think it looks a really good prospect for Maids with the team that we've got out, the weather conditions. I think we're in a really good shot. We narrowly beat these guys first game of the season away at their place. It's always a tough game travelling down there, and likewise they always bring a good level of energy and intent when they come up here. So I think you're in for a very good watch. Yeah. And the cheer that you might be able to hear in the background is Maidenhead making their way out the changing rooms, led from the front as usual by Sean Ingle. Sean back in his usual position in the back row. After his brief foray at centre against Jersey, I think he found too many open pastures there and decided that the back row was his home.
Check, 1, 2.
And we've also got the ref mic'd up as usual, so hopefully you'll get some good insights from him. And where possible, we'll shut up in the comm booth and let the ref talk when when there's a penalty or something important. Oh, actually, Anthony's just showing me a really exciting new addition to the stream, the new shot clock, which now appears front and centre at the top of the screen. Again, that's not tied to any official shot clock, it's just a rough estimate, so it's just to keep us informed. So Maidenhead to play right to left, Greg Smith kicking off for us. Goes deep with the kick there. Gathered quite nicely by Horsham. Good line speed there from Maidenhead, but good leg drive from Horsham, just about getting over the gain line there. And looks like they're box kicking. And Ewan does well to back that back, but yeah, Maidenhead clear up. That's Lucas that's cleared that up. Now on to Max Thomas, makes some good ground there. Maidenhead in a good attacking position here in on the halfway. Phil Wells just about makes it over the gain line, but a good shot from Horsham. And Tony Mandozi again breaks the gain line as usual for him. Good leg drive. And a good shot there from Horsham, good line speed. And that's high there from Horsham, so penalty advantage. Dan Collins rides it really well. Okay, Maidenhead will be looking to gain a lot of metres here, put it into the corner and have their set piece function. Good ground made by Greg there. Will be just outside the Horsham 22. So yeah, nice attacking platform here for the Maids boys. Let's see if this set piece functions as well as it has all season. So Max Keller to throw in.
Please, yeah.
We're having some technical difficulties with the ref mic. He's now just got it sorted out again, so hopefully you can still hear him. Yeah, good line out there. And a nice maul set from Maidenhead. Rumbling. Yeah, and a good penalty advantage for sacking that maul. Elio with a great carry again over the gain line. Nice quick ball from Maidenhead here. Yeah, great carry from Nick. Greg goes himself and gets dropped down behind the gain line there. On to Harry Jevons. Oh, no arms tackle that looked like to me, but ref's happy with it. Little cheeky dink over the top and a mark from Horsham, so the penalty will remain Maidenhead's from the sacked maul. My very tardy commentary partner, Ed Atkins, is just about hobbling up into the booth, so you should hear a separate voice that's not just mine going forward. So again, I think Greg will stick this into the corner, and we'll rely on that line out that worked really well in the first set piece.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ed. What time did you call this?
I was just doing some last-minute analysis of Horsham.
And what has your last-minute analysis shown you?
They got to win. They got to win to stay up. This is it, the big one.
Another good line out there. Ooh. Oh, given not straight. Okay.
Gosh. Did they compete?
I'm not sure they did compete, but I'm also not sure whether that law has come down into this level or if it's just at internationals. I need to check that.
I bet all the people viewing are so glad they have you and I on comms today.
Absolutely, mate.
Norse 1 and Norse 2, eh?
Absolutely.
And we got a new feature today as well, Wells Watch.
Yeah.
For all of our happy viewers. So yeah, we're going to call out the two best thing that Phil Wells does at every single half.
Ed Atkins is also going to be fined if he mentions Phil Wells more than 3 times across the course of this stream.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because we all said so.
But he's our best player. I'm not saying who.
Okay, so Maids will be looking to get some dominance in this scrum here. We've got a really strong front row with Tony and Josh. Elio's obviously played a good level of rugby, come back to us from Rams this season. Josh has been tearing it up this season in this league, so fingers crossed we get a bit of dominance at this set piece.
What are we looking for here, Leachy? You know, you're a hooker. What are you looking for from the rest of your pack?
We're looking to win the initial hit, so we're looking to take the space and win the race, and then absolutely blitz through them like we just have, and I don't know how we haven't got a penalty for that. But hey, Horsham got the ball away nice and quickly, but that's a really, really good sign that Josh absolutely drilled the loose head there. Oh, turnover there from Nick. Greg reacts really quickly. Sean does get drilled back over the gain line, but Maidenhead in a great position here.
That's a good hit.
Nice quick ball for Maidenhead here.
That's nice.
That is nice.
Oh,
Unlucky. All good. Maidenhead will go again at this scrum.
Scrum, green.
I think the 4 Horsham supporters that are here are trying to make as much noise as
By
possible.
black, scrum goes to green.
where the ref's mic.
Yeah. So yeah, again, after Josh has clearly got his loose head here, I think Maidenhead are going to look to put a really big shove on as soon as that hooker lifts his foot. As long as we win the race and put as much weight through them as possible, we should be in here.
That was nice face play though. That
Yeah,
was
very
lovely,
nice.
2 out the backs, but a little bit lateral, and they read it. But I mean, you got to keep playing that. They've got quite a chunky back line.
And engage.
A little bit eager on the winning the race there.
There we go. Route 1 China. There we go.
So this 13 did the exact same thing against Camberley last week, the same line and everything.
I mean, look at him. He ain't doing much else, is he?
No, he's not. Shot from Elio there.
I think that's a crash ball 13, isn't it?
Yes, I think that would be a very accurate description.
That's harsh.
We could be in trouble here. Could be some cheese.
That could be a yellow.
Yeah.
Could be a yellow.
Tony's over that ball, nice and fair. Okay, so as you can probably hear down below us, the Horsham coaches are particularly vocal, and we're just going to get Anthony to see if we can adjust the levels.
We just want to have a little bit of a recap as well. The last few weeks, we have had some good feedback, some bad feedback. As Leachy's mentioned, there's been a little bit of jealousy, I think, from some of the players about how well certain second rows are playing.
Which second rows would you be referring to, Ed?
Not Harry Jevons. There's a little bit of jealousy, so maybe that's one more negative. However, we have had some really, really strong comments around the stats, the in-depth analysis, and the scrums analysis we're giving. So we're going to keep.
Yeah, Horsham have got a good set there,
Oh, good
but
hit.
looks like they've sacked that themselves, so no penalty.
That's good defence.
Yeah, really good defence from Maids.
Here he goes. Crash ball 13 again.
Nice shot from Maids there, doubled up on the 13, drilled him back.
Oh no! Is that JJ?
Yeah, looked like it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Good line speed from Sean and Greg there. Not Greg, sorry, Lucas.
Now, for 1 minute, I thought Lucas, the team manager, had been drafted in.
No, so this is, as I mentioned on the pre-game, if Ed had been here, he would know this, but Lucas is one of our Colts. He plays for Northampton under-18s and is a very, very exciting prospect for the club, so really keen to see how he goes today.
It's a bit of a trip, isn't it, from Maidenhead to Northampton?
It is a little bit, I think, yeah.
Oh, try.
And that's a shame, really, because Maidenhead have been in the ascendancy. Horsham have had the ball for all of about 25 seconds, and they've scored a try. So that's not brilliant signs for Maidenhead. We've got to front up a little bit more in D, and we've got to be a little bit less lateral, I think, in attack. About right, Ed?
Yeah, it's tricky in D because one of their big lads, I think that was number 3, Luke Standing, who scored that. You'll see him coming back to the halfway line now with the superb mullet.
Are we saying superb?
Well, a mullet, any mullet is superb. But that's a bit of identification, really. Like, he looked up, saw Ewan, and, like, let's be honest, a big three versus Ewan is there's always that close to the line. There's always going to be one winner. So you know, I think positive to take from Maids. Good D off the maul, which is something that we haven't really been that strong at. But you know, Horsham are playing with the wind. I think this is an 18, 17 point wind. So yeah,
I think Maids will be a bit critical of how Horsham got from just outside their 22 to 5 metres out in 4 or 5 phases. But Maids will go again here. It's only one score. Still loads of time left in the game, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, and these are the conditions we want, innit? I mean, look 100%. At this, beautiful day. Maybe a little bit too much breeze, but that'll cool everyone off nicely. Nice big crowd. This is what you want. Maidenhead, let's be honest, ain't got a lot to play for. I mean, the thing we do have to play for is an improvement on last season. I think we're on 46 points. Last season got 48. So you know, it's a clear, if we win, we do better, which is improvement. And the thing is, we're playing against a team who have everything to play for. Like, they have to win this. So if anyone, I don't know if we flashed at the league table just before the game, Brighton are on 30, Horsham 32, and Tunbridge on 34. So big game this is for Horsham. That was a good line out, Max.
It was a good line out, yeah. Especially into the wind. It's just that we're just forcing it just a fraction, but it's okay. We're just trying to play our rugby, and I think at the moment I spoke to Scott and Frenchie in the warm-up, and they said that the tempo felt a fraction high, so maybe that's just carrying over into the early exchanges here.
I think you'd rather be too high than too low, I think, because you can always bring it down. It's always tricky to bring it up. Yeah. As we saw from the Jersey game the other week, Jersey were well off the pace that first 20 minutes, and we blitzed them. So, like, that's the difference, and obviously they then try to bring it up for the rest of the game and struggled. So and
you're constantly chasing the game if that's the position you find yourself in.
Very true. Very astute. Big scrum here.
There we go. Maids with a massive shove on there. That's got to be a Maidenhead penalty at some stage.
I did think, Leachy, that today the referee is very lucky that he has his two most fiercest critics in the commentary box rather than on the pitch.
Unfortunately, he can listen to it back, though.
Oh, that's a good kick, that is.
That is an excellent kick.
You're not be too positive for the men in white and green, but that's a superb kick.
Yeah, great bit of skill from Horsham, especially with very messy set-piece ball. They've done well to tidy that up with a one phase and then exit.
Yeah, that was a brilliant kick from Ollie Chennell there, number 10. Key line-out jumper here, number 4, Jacob Dennett. Watched his video last week for Camberley, that massive winner from Horsham against Camberley. And there was 4 line-out steals for Dennell there in the second row. So yeah, big job here for Harry Jevons and his second row partner in the line-outs. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, great movement there for Maids.
Lovely movement. And that's the thing. Sorry, Alicia, I was going to say that's the thing from us in a line-out when you have a taller, maybe second row than yourselves. The movement across the ground is absolutely key. Yeah,
absolutely. I was literally about to say that you only need to buy that half an inch in front of them with a bit of movement, and suddenly it's okay. That's unfortunate.
Good turnover from Luke standing there, number 3 for Horsham. It's all right. We've just got to weather the storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to weather the storm here. Got to bring that line speed up indeed.
We do, yeah.
Get up.
We're very lateral off the line. I think the players probably feel like they're getting off the line, but actually their first step is out.
And that's the 4th penalty conceded by Maids.
In the red zone as well. We're probably on thin ice with the referee, I would imagine.
I think probably a little bit of experience there, or lack of. Oh, that's good. Yeah,
great shot from Max Thomas there.
Wowee. Max showing all those Wellington fees paying off there. What a hit. What a great hit.
Great hit, and that's a great result for Maidenhead. We've got a massive scrum ascendancy, so we'll take a 5-metre scrum with our put-in.
That's a good set. Good set. I was just about to say maybe a bit of a lack of experience there from Horsham, because if you're in the attack and your opposition concedes 4 pens in the red zone, you probably want to slow the ball down a little bit and have a little bit of a word with the ref and say, ref, how many's that? Where are we? Rather than tapping and going. Potentially, maybe with the wind as well, having a look for posts. So, yeah, potentially a little bit of lack of experience there from Ollie Chennell, number 10.
Yeah, and potentially also an eagerness to want to build the scoreline. You know, they're in a great attacking position with the dominance, and he probably thought, let's see if we can cash in.
Very true. Very true.
I think Maids will probably look to keep this ball in and go for a scrum penalty here. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly the result that I was expecting it.
What's that
And
for, Lucci?
I would imagine that's Horsham collapsing. Josh and Elio have just walked straight over them, basically.
So if you're in Max's shoes here, next scrum? What's the chat? Saying it's more the same, or do you think that Horsham are going to try and anything silly or sneaky to try and get away with that?
I mean, it's always difficult when there's not it seems to be just a power imbalance. It seems like Horsham just can't deal with the power that Josh and Elio are putting through. There are some things they can try. They can try different angles, but if I'm Max, I'm just saying more of the same. I'm looking to make their lives hell for 80 minutes, to be honest with you.
Cool. That's nice of you. We've had a comment from Daniel Cass about Horsham have had all the possession. Daniel, that is incorrect. Our possessiometer, which is our newest feature, actually says Horsham have had 59.2% possession, so not all of it. Incorrect. So, but thank you very much for the comment.
You sir are such a nose. Good from Shawnee. Great over the gain line.
There you go. We like that.
Nice from Phil Wells.
Yeah, you can say it. I can't.
And that's well ridden from Maxi. It wasn't the best delivery to him, and he's managed to make the best out of that.
Get rid.
Go on, Joshy.
And maybe this is a little bit of a symptomatic of playing against the wind, where maybe potentially playing. Oh, there you go. Greg's in the pocket. Thank God.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. Yeah. Don't want to overplay in this spot.
Yeah.
And instead of giving it to Greg, we try and box. They've knocked it on very thankfully.
That is lucky. That's
incredibly lucky. That's not great game management there from Maidenhead. Greg dropped deep into the pocket, and instead we took a higher risk option with a very lanky second row right on the fringe. I personally would have been screaming for it if I was Greg and just putting my foot through it.
Now, it's been a long old season. First game of the year was against Horsham away, I think, with 19-11 or 16-11 to Maids.
16-11, I believe.
Tight old affair. Leachy, your assessments on the season?
I think it's been really positive in a lot of different ways. I think that our ability to win close games this year has magnified tenfold. Most games that we've won by 1 or 2 points this year, we'd have lost last year, and that's a really great improvement. I think the squad depth has been great this year as well. We're in a much better position to deal with injuries and things like that. So yeah, I think it's been a good season. A couple of results that have gone against us that we definitely have given away, but I think that's less so than last year.
Yeah, agreed. It's like, as I said before, we're on 46 points this year, 48 points last year. So, I mean, pretty much of a muchness, really. However, it feels like a better season, and as Leachy correctly said, it feels like we've won those tighter games which previously we would have lost. So, it's a bit of a weird one, actually. We've probably had the best part of 35, 40 players for the first team this year, which is remarkable, really, for a club which doesn't really pay compared to the other teams in the league, and our catchment area is quite small, so yeah, it's a really good achievement.
Great take from Harry Jevons there. He's done exceptionally well.
Now, I did say to Harry I would pick him up when he does really good stuff, and that was really good. Well done, Harry. Good carry from Sean there.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweet.
At the back. Oh no!
Oh, go on, DC. Lovely line from Dan Collins.
They are all over the ball at the breakdown, though.
They are, but also a lot of it is illegal. So I don't think Maidenhead will mind it too much.
The thing is, if the referees are letting them get away with it, it's legal, isn't it? But
yeah, absolutely. But
they also know what we're like, so we want quick ball. They want us to have slow ball.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. See, that's just an ineffective first clear.
Slotted. Josh.
Yes, sir.
Left on the ball.
Oh, okay.
Got to be careful there from too much appealing. That could be a 50-22.
That is an absolutely fantastic kick.
Yeah, that was a good kick from Ollie Chennell there.
I think Maidenhead are just guilty of trying to overplay a fraction here. I think, like I said before, they're just forcing it a fraction, and I think part of that is probably an eagerness to do well. But I think we do need to just take a step back and set our shapes a bit better. We're a little bit lateral and a little bit one out. Ed, would you agree with that?
I would. I don't want to be too neggy, but yeah, it looks a little bit
impartial, Ed, not neggy.
Okay, sorry, yeah, non-subjective. It looks a touch. Looks a touch rusty.
Great line out from Horsham. Yes, it does. Yeah, touch rusty. Great maul defence from Maidenhead there.
13 on the crack. Oh no,
It's interesting. Horsham actually play a very similar shape to Maidenhead. They play a double out the back with 2 hard lines. So 10 has an out the back and a hard line, and then if they go out the back, they've got another hard line off that runner and an out the back option. It's quite a rugby league-esque play, and it does open up defences. So it's something that we've got to be careful of.
And the thing is, there ain't a lot of subtlety about the Horsham back line in terms of what they look like. So I would say they look like they're all about to get the ball on a crash ball line. So, you know, when someone runs that hard line with conviction,
it does hold defenders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, they're 13. I mentioned this a little bit ago, that he tore apart the Camberley defence on a number of occasions with that hard line. So we'll have seen that and definitely be man marking him, and that ultimately leaves space elsewhere that we have to try and cover.
I don't think he played against us earlier in the year.
No, he didn't.
No. Maybe a last-minute recruit, potentially to try and keep them up. Who knows?
Potentially.
Thomas Whitaker, that is number 13, interestingly, and that was number 5, Owain McLaughlin, down, injured. He's all right though. Yeah, he's all good.
Yeah, back up on his feet. Yeah,
over.
As you say, there's not a huge amount of subtlety about this entire Horsham team. Really, they are a large team.
Which is interesting, because they have a very, very good 4G pitch.
They do, yeah.
Usually that translates to a bit more jouet running rugby, but
yeah,
you know, there we go.
But also, I guess on the flip side, you could argue that if the pitch holds a stud, you can win those micro contacts, and you can break the gain line harder if you're more physical.
True. I don't think they're considering the micro contacts, mate.
You're probably not wrong. Yeah, there he is again. 13. Great double up again from Sean and from, I believe it was Max Thomas.
Good tackle.
Nice from Dan Collins there.
That's good. I will call him out there. James Johnson, very, very good play, slowing their ball down.
Yeah.
Didn't win the ball back, but just made a nuisance of himself to slow the ball, which is really key.
Gives us time to reset. Good from Josh. Yes, Harry Jevons, great turnover.
Well done, Harry. I will say it, he is overshadowing his second row partner today so far.
And who's his second row partner, Ed?
Harry Jevons' partner. I will say actually, and this is the second mention of Phil Wells, but I don't think his girlfriend's here today. So read into that what you will. In the first 21 minutes, I haven't even seen Phil. So I'm obviously joking, Phil.
Okay, so that's a really great result for Maids there. So now we're up near halfway with the ball and from what looked to be quite a dangerous Horsham position.
Yeah. Right, Leachy, injury update. Where are you at?
No further forward, to be honest, Eddie. I've not had the scan. I'm still waiting, but hopefully. Hopefully it's good news when I do eventually get it scanned, and it won't be a long-term thing. How about you?
I have.
Great grab from Wellesley.
That was a great grab from XYZ. What a great tackle! What a great grab. Yeah, my update. I have consultation number 2 coming up in a couple of weeks. Referral still hasn't gone through the NHS process, so yeah, my knee is still buggered. So thank you for asking me.
That's okay, mate.
But I'm on the spin bike now. I'm doing a little bits and bobs.
Oh, so. Good. At least it's not like it's not hampering you too much. I know it's never pleasant, but that's a great bounce. Alex Turton chasing hard with the lovely tackle there from Turts. And to get the penalty, that is exceptional from Alex Turton and Sean.
Play of the day, sponsored by Amdocs. What a play.
Sean taps and goes here. Boys haven't reacted. Harry Jevons reacted nicely, actually.
Hellier with the carry. Very close.
We are 2 metres out, if that. Jevo was a little bit static there, unfortunately. And got the turnover.
Oh, no. What's that for?
Yeah, penalty for not releasing the tackle player, I believe.
See, he's a bit card shy, ain't he, at the moment? I mean, I'd be tempted, literally 3 centimetres out, ref, to...
Yeah, but then it's worked in Maids' favour because we did give away about 5 consecutive penalties in the red zone, so I don't think we can complain too hard about that.
True, very true.
And actually, I think a game of 15 on 15 is much more fun to watch than constant cards being handed out.
I will say also that was very un-Turks-like. I don't think you'll mind me saying it. From a chase down, great tackle and a turnover.
Yeah.
I think he's renowned for, you know, his hot stepping, his running around people, his chipping and chasing. But that is brilliant play from Turks. That was.
Yeah, an early
really
change here for Horsham. Number 18 coming on. I'm not sure who it's for.
Number 18, Josh Drownewey. Really?
Yeah, I couldn't really pronounce his surname.
That ain't Josh Drownewey.
First game.
Is it?
I am not sure, Ed.
I wouldn't want to judge too much, but I think that probably could be Henry Warwick. He looks more like a Henry Warwick.
Possibly. It looks like he's come on in the front row.
Oh.
It's hard to see through Phil Wells and Josh's shiny foreheads, but
Who's come off then?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see. The tarpaulin was in the way.
Have they got 16 on then? This bloke here.
So Maids will be looking to apply max pressure again at this scrum. A nice free kick. I would take a scrum again if we could, but we can't. Sean taps and goes, and over the line. Great work.
That's a great try from Sean. That's a great try.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Great awareness from Sean, and a chance to level the scores here in what has so far been a very, very even game.
That's a try for number 8, Sean Ingle, sponsored by Amdocs.
So the reason Ed is shouting out all of our sponsors is because they do a great amount for the club, and previously we have been guilty of not shouting it out, and Ed did get a talking to from our commercial director about shouting them out, so you will hear lots of sponsor plugging, I'm afraid.
Dan the sponsor man, that one's for you, mate. And this is a kick for Greg Smith, sponsored by Braxton's.
And straight through the middle. Lovely stuff from Greggy. And after 23 minutes, there's not much in this contest, Ed.
There's not. Just a point on Greg's kick-in. I will take a lot of credit for that, because Greg and I have worked very, very closely to improve his technique. And I will say his kicking percentage this year has increased by 12%, which at any level can be a completely made-up statistic, but also a really, really good one. So yeah, Greg's done really well.
Ed, I'm really curious to know what you know about kicking techniques.
Quite a lot, mate. I used to kick. I used to kick.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I used to be a winger as well.
Is this like a could have gone pro if it wasn't for my knee or something like that?
Well, you said it, mate. You said it. I heard the scouts were there at Camberley watching me. Oh, careful, JJ.
Oh, he's done really, really well to stay in field there.
It was a toenail away.
It was. Right, now we've got an angle. Get rid.
I think one more.
Possibly, but we don't really want to go too far.
No, true.
It's taken back in as well.
Yes, he's rushed that.
He has, and that's a poor kick. But the chase could save it. It hasn't so far.
Oh,
that's a great bootlace tackle from Wellesley. That could be a penalty. Oh no, we've got away with one there.
He's quite lenient, isn't he?
He is quite lenient. Jevo over the ball again. Yes, Harry Jevons, excellent work.
Well done, Harry. Oh,
Ewan's gone quickly. I don't know why.
With the wind. No, against the wind.
Great work from Max to step the initial defender and make good ground there. Yeah.
Max is kicking.
That is a good kick. That's a very, very, very good kick, but it's a shame about the bounce.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind that.
Here we go. We've got some space, but
space back here. Look, back here. Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Back here.
Yeah, Ewan spotted it, but that's well covered in the end by Horsham.
Ewan's got a toe growing for a boot today. What's going on? All edges.
Yeah, that's good. That's a net game for Maids. We don't mind that.
That's a good hit from Sean.
It is a good hit from Sean.
Brought and missed a cheeky knock on there, I think.
Yeah. Good hit from Nick, but just got to finish that tackle. Oh, that's tough. That I would feel very aggrieved if I was number 18 Green.
I'm shocked he's given it, to be honest. But
I mean, from our perspective up here, well, from my perspective, I think Nick made a good shot. He rolled off the tackle, and then the momentum has carried him forward. But the ref's seen what he's seen, and he's given the penalty to Maidenhead, so we can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to take him. I think there'll be a few of those throughout the season which are given against you.
Yeah.
You think about it, playing cricket, Leachy, you get a rubbish LBW. Do you walk when you walk? Will you walk when you nick one behind?
Nope.
I wouldn't. So there you go. And that's the same for penalties like that. I think you've just got to take it.
Yeah.
Take it and bank it and see if we can get the try from the driving ball.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And I think if Greg's on point here, Maids could be looking for an easy maul set.
That's a good kick. That is not bad actually.
That's an excellent kick. Should be about 10 metres out.
10-12 metres out. That's good. That is. That's good.
Yeah, I think Maidenhead will be licking their lips here with the how good their maul set's been, how strong their scrum's been. I think Maidenhead will think they can get the nudge on and walk them over the line here.
I was going to say you almost don't want to be too close to the line a little bit, because then the defence is a little bit more set. This gives us maybe a touch more options actually.
Yeah, it does. See, I think we've missed a trick there though. We've gone to the front.
You gone back?
I'd have gone middle or back, because it allows you to be further infield and away from their heavier defenders.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Great drive though. Great drive.
Yeah, we've done really well to reload it. If this goes down now, you've got to think that Maidenhead are on for a penalty at least.
You've got dates. Go on, you!
Nice.
Dates should be up on the left side, but we don't know who we play. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so Maidenhead looking to reload there. We're still in about the same position, but we've got some good space here.
I know you can sit there and work out.
That looks like a turnover to me. Okay, we've got away with it.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to bank that one.
Yeah, bank it 100%.
Ooh, that's a hit without the ball.
Yeah, that's okay. We've got the penalty.
Thanks.
Yes, boys, go!
Brainless number 3 there.
Yeah.
What a plonker.
Yeah, that was really silly.
That's
I mean,
stupid.
I don't know why he's waving his arms like he didn't do anything when he just floored a player without a ball. I mean, it's not a difficult concept. They must have the oval ball in their hands before you can hit them.
It's just so blatant. He's so blatant.
It always amuses me when players do that. They commit a blatant offence. We had one earlier in the season with a headbutt.
You do it.
No, but it was with the bloke headbutted somebody, got red carded, and then was like, "Oh, what? I didn't do anything." Yeah, but you clearly did.
Game's changed, mate. Game's changed.
I think Maidenhead have to go middle or back here. Yeah, Eichel.
Hey, we still won it. We still won it.
Josh has done really well to tidy that up, but again, it's one that Maidenhead will feel has got away from them, because if that maul sets, that's almost a certain try. But Elio's done really well there to make a bit of ground.
Max with the pick. See if he can make up for that. Oh, he's not. Is he not? No, he isn't.
Yeah, in we go. Great work. Great work.
Max is it. Great try. Well,
so we've made the best there out of what was a less than ideal set piece, but we've converted anyway, and we'll be really happy with that, especially after keeping Horsham out when they had a couple of good opportunities in our 22. To now have scored 2 unanswered tries, I think that's a really positive outcome for Maids.
That's it. Like, scrappy try, who cares? It's still worth 5 on the score sheet. So
exactly.
It's and again, we were talking about the improvement. What feels like an improvement this year. That's the difference between this year and last year. Those scrappy tries, which no one will really remember, but they all count. And actually, sometimes they feel like they count. You know, when you've nicked one like that, they count double. So
yeah.
We're just having a little sweet break here, sponsored by McAvoy and Rowley. And that was a try by Max Thomas, unsponsored. So if you fancy sponsoring Max Thomas for next season, please get in touch with Dan, the sponsor man, at Maidenhead Rugby Club.
So we've got 10 seconds on the shot clock, and Greg's made it easily and slotted the conversion. Great work from Greggy there.
He really has got so much better at his kicking.
Yeah.
So much better.
I think with and I'm sure Greggy won't mind me saying this, but I think he has felt a bit of competition from a lot of people that can kick. We've had Ethan that have kicked a bit, we've had Max that's kicked a bit, and I think he's really wanted to prove that he is the man that steps up to that tee and is the man for the job, and he's done that really well.
And you know what? Confidence goes a long way.
Yep.
And if you start slotting match-winning kicks at the end of games from the touchline, then your confidence is going to go up.
Yeah, absolutely. And he has done that on 2 occasions now.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. It's off a Horsham player.
Knock on on, mate.
It is a knock-on into touch, but I'm not. Oh, the ref did see it. I didn't think the ref saw it.
Can you hear us? Is he listening to us? Ref, knock on.
Again, I think
Two-way mic. Yeah.
I think Joshua will be licking his lips here. A great opportunity for the Maids front row to get another penalty. I think we can feel a little bit aggrieved that we've only had one so far with the Horsham scrum on absolute roller skates.
Here's a question, Leachy. You're number 2 for Horsham. What are you doing in this situation?
I am trying to pin my chest to the floor. So at the moment, Josh is doing a really great job of getting underneath the loose head.
Popping him up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to pin that chest down and pin my loose head down as well. If you can see here, he's set really high already, and I think that's part of the problem that's causing the bit of the instability that Horsham have got.
And that's a piece of analysis coming up, I believe, at the end of the game. Leachy's going to be giving us a 5-minute scrum demo one-on-one with Josh.
He is not.
Would have been good if you could, though.
It would have been good, but my one arm probably wouldn't appreciate it.
We've had a resubstitution, I think.
Okay, interesting.
I think that's number 1, Jack Osgood, back on for Horsham.
Yeah. Number 1, yeah, okay. Number 1 actually playing number 3, though. Yeah. Interesting.
And that's Josh Drownui.
Yeah.
Who we think is Drownui has gone off.
Here we go. Lovely shove from Maids. I'd have kept that ball in. Elio and Josh had it.
Oh,
that is lovely play from Maids. Greg Smith, in open ground there, taken down well by Horsham. Nice nudge over the top from Ewan.
Good kick. Foot's on the throat, keep the pressure on.
Yeah, that's a great kick, and JJ's chasing really well. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. We couldn't make that tackle, but here we go. Horsham in a bit of bother here. Got to exit, I think.
They've done well.
They have done well. They look like they're going to play. Oh no.
Good kick, that is, to be fair, if it bounces.
It is quite a good kick, but Danger Man has now got the ball in open space, and this is always dangerous. Oh, that looked very high.
It looked very no rappy as well.
Yeah, very high and very no rap. But other than that, it looked good. Greg Smith tidies up nicely.
Tell you what,
off the ball. And we've got the penalty for it already.
Number 12's definitely had a Lucasade energy tablet here. That's 3 great hits of to be fair, wasn't it?
Good work from Wellesley there. I can say it, Ed can't.
Actually, no, I'm allowed one more mention. I've had 2.
That's a great miss pass there. Sean's in open space, gives the pass. Tom Doherty could be in here. And he is. What a finish from Tom Doherty there.
Yeah, great finish.
Really well deserved from Maids there.
I did wonder what he was trying to do, but yeah, I like the shoulder fend 1 metre from the line.
The Fijian sidestep.
Yeah, I mean, it all works.
Yeah, really good finish there from Tom. And also great interplay. The little out the back to Greg Smith was lovely.
Yeah,
Greg just securing those meters, Maidenhead recycling the ball, and then the miss pass, I believe it was from Greg again, into Sean, and Sean with the lovely offload in the 2-on-1.
And that was a try for Maidenhead by Tom Doherty, sponsored by Corvus Technology, Modular Disposition Systems. That's what it says here. Oh no, not disposition. Deposition systems. Sorry, Corvus Technology.
Oh, mate.
Anthony is reliably informing us they do surgical instruments and things like that. Oh. So that's if you're ever in need of surgical equipment, Corvus Technologies.
And things like that.
I'll take 10% commission from your next sale, thank you. Oh. Unlucky from Greggy there.
19-7 though.
Yeah, great result so far for Maids, and I think if we can close this half out with this as the scoreline, or potentially even another 3 or 5 pointer, I think we'll be really, really happy with how things have gone.
Yeah, we've weathered the storm, and the Horsham heavies have run out of puff, I think, towards the end of the half.
Yeah, I think they're still defending well, but they're defending with the intent to just make a massive shot and not thinking about the overall picture. Yeah. And I think that happens when you get tired. You sort of go back to route 1, or for option 1, which for these guys is obviously just try and slot someone.
Exactly. Head down. Yeah. It doesn't work it doesn't work when you're playing against a team like us who actually can see the options 35 minutes until half of it.
Yeah, and shift the point of contact a lot as well, which helps. Great work from Sean and well gathered from Dan Collins there. Right, Maxie's just got to reset this, I think. Oh, good work from Max.
Good from Max.
And Max Thomas will put his foot through it.
Some of our kicks today have been appalling, haven't they?
They haven't been good, but that's also not a very good pass, so we might have saved us a little bit.
10 seconds of rubbish rugby.
Yeah. Oh, good tackle from Tommy Doherty there.
Oh, brilliant.
It was really good. He's used the touchline really well there.
He's had a very, very good 5 minutes, this Tom.
He has, yeah.
Very, very good.
And actually, we're in a really good position now, inside the Horsham half with, 4 minutes on the clock and a nice set-piece opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say, key thing for Mays just before the kick-off was, for me, not to concede.
Yeah.
If you go in at 19-10 or 19-14, big difference to 19-7 or 26-7.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Big different feel. And I think if you're Horsham as well, you've got to come out all guns blazing.
Yeah.
So.
That was great interplay between Sean and Elliot there. Dan Collins makes gain line meters as well.
And if you notice, Leachy,
yep,
bit of an overlap here.
Yep.
On the blind.
And then we've decided to kick it, which is disappointing.
Yeah, cheers lads. Make a little bit. But there was an overlap.
There was an overlap, and it was a perfectly legitimate opportunity. What's the penalty for?
But also, why was there an overlap? It's because they're getting tired.
Yes, agreed.
Big heavy team like this,
Okay, so that has been given against Harry Jevons for side entry, which I find somewhat perplexing as he smashed straight into the middle of their ruck. But okay.
We've also got a substitute on for Maidenhead. We have.
Lucas has done exceptionally well there. He's only a little bloke, but my God, that is a great bit of athleticism to keep the ball in. And actually deny Horsham what would have been a great attacking opportunity. And an excellent exit from Greg Smith, and now Horsham basically back where they started, all from one mistake of missing touch and a great bit of athleticism from Lucas.
That kills you, that does. That kills you. We've got a substitute on. We've got George Swin on for Maidenhead, number 17 there in the middle.
Who's he on for? Looks like JJ, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so James Johnson off and George Swin on by the looks of it.
Yeah. I always hate training against George. He's got great feet.
He does, and he's also very. He's deceptively strong for a very small person. Wellesley just fell over in the midfield there. Turton's done really well there to tidy that up.
Got to be careful.
He does have to be careful. He does crawl a little bit after the tackle, and referees sometimes don't like that. That's good from Swinney.
You hear that daylight call there from Mays. Just giving themselves half a yard now. Don't give any stupid pens here.
So yeah, again, this is good defence from Mays. We've drifted nicely, shepherded them into touch, and they've not really gone, or near touch, and they've not really gone anywhere. Now it's good from Nick Riding. Good hit there.
This sweet is lovely.
It is, isn't it? Double up on their number one there. Dan Collins and Max Keller with a good shot. Keller just penalised for ending up on the wrong side there by the looks of it.
So my dad's just FaceTimed me. I'll call you back later. All right. Right, see you in a bit.
You're just so popular, Eddie.
Well, my dad's calling me. Telling me what a great job we're doing.
So Mates again just on the wrong side of the referee, and now
what was that for?
it was Keller not rolling. He just fell the wrong side after that tackle. A bit unfortunate.
Well, yeah, this I hate to say it, but this is what I said.
Yeah, well,
What to do, and I think it's like that's probably good play from Horsham, that isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be a little bit sneaky sometimes. Maybe not rolling away yourself when you're in attack, and maybe lying on top of them. But
yeah, I think the real key here is this maul defence. If we can get Nick, Josh, and Sean on that ball or near that ball, it's a really good result. And there we go, Josh.
Oh, what's that for?
That is great work. That looks to be obstruction. Yeah, obstruction.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's difficult to see from our angle exactly what happened there, but I suspect the two lifters have ended up in front of the jumper, and that therefore stopped the contest, and that's why that's offside.
And that is a superb finish to the half.
Yeah.
From a really, really good half. First 10 minutes, I'd say, were maybe Maidenhead's. Next 10 minutes were definitely Horsham's. Looking at 92% possession there for Horsham in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the last 20 has been all Maids.
Yeah,
for
for
last
sure.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I think Maidenhead can go in very, very happy. It looked up once we got through the first 10. It looked like Horsham were well up for it and could potentially put a couple of scores on us. And to hold them to just one score this half, I think, is a really great result.
Interesting point to note here is that Horsham is staying out in the shade down the corner, but potentially don't want to be overheard in terms of what they're saying. But
Possibly, yeah. I always think it's a bit of a bizarre tactic, like just go in, have a sit down, have some water,
cool down.
Yeah, but hey, see if it works for them. I know that the Horsham coaches are particularly vocal, so I think they could have been overheard quite nicely.
Right, well, on that note, I'm going to go and get a beer and a bag of peanuts. And, yeah, we'll see you all for the second half.
Get Guinness, please. Yeah, might as well. So Horsham's still back out on the field, nice and early. Brad and Mobsy have come back, but we'll wait. Hey, and then here come the Maidenhead boys as well. Sorry, mate. Give me a sec. Right, so refreshments on board. Horsham now playing right to left, and it looks like we are just about to get back underway.
Interesting decision to keep them out and to stay out as well.
Yeah, great take from Nick Riding. Also tackled in the air, and it looks like their 7 has come off a lot worse there.
Ouchie.
I mean, Nick is a absolute behemoth, so I'm not surprised that that has hurt. I mean, one would have to say that if he didn't charge headfirst into a man in the air, then it wouldn't have happened, but...
I did have a little bit of a sneaky sneak and a little listen to Horsham's huddle. Message from the Horsham coaches to their forwards were, stop letting them maul. Quite a simple message, really. Probably the reason why number 16, which I think is Drownewy's, come on. A bit of a meatier presence up there, but also, yeah, we've had quite a positive gain from our mauls, I'd say, which is good. So yeah, good. That's all I heard, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm surprised you managed to hear that, because all I heard was a lot of expletives passing left and right. So another opportunity here for the Maids pack to get some dominance. I think if the first half is anything to go off, this should be a real point of difference for the Maids this half.
Yeah, we only got, what was it, 2 penalties? 1 penalty first half?
2 in the first.
Feels a bit short change, really.
It does really, yeah. Now here we go. Keep that ball in. Oh, okay.
So, to the untrained eye, that looked quite... Horsham had the dominance there.
Yeah, I think actually what happened is that Josh kind of went sideways and Elio went forward, and that's why it appeared that maybe Horsham had the dominance.
Little point to note here as well there. So number 16 is coming on, Drownewy. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering your name, but
I already have. Don't worry about it, Ed.
Noted that he's in at 12.
Okay, interesting.
So to add to the bulk in the centre, to add to number 13 Whitaker, they've added Drownewy. So yeah.
Drambuie is the liqueur, I believe, which is actually very tasty. Highly recommended.
Yeah, he's going to get offended every single time we mispronounce his name, but we're very, very sorry. But
apologies in advance. Let's see what happens at this scrum. If the first one's anything to go by, it could be a little bit more stable.
That was a good drive from Horsham, that was last one. Yeah.
There we go, that's better from Maidenhead. That is a penalty, sir. Oh my God, the hooker's head is like in the sky.
Oh, it's number 11 there for Horsham. Is he bundled into touch? Nearly. Very close there, very, very close. Oh, hack through.
Go on, Tony. That is a loose head prop, by the way, everybody. He has got a great turn of pace. Great turnover from Sean Ingle there. Really, really nice from Sean. Nice little stab through into space. Alex Turton. Oh, great tackle. Great offload. Can we keep it going?
That is a super. That's a try-saving tackle.
That is a try-saving tackle. And the penalty.
That is a super tackle.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, and the Maidenhead back chat accounts for another 10 metres. I don't know who said what, but pretty stupid. We would never do that, Ed, would we?
No, not anymore. Now we just get paid to do it on commentary.
I wish we did.
Wait, you don't get paid? Paid? No, just a bit of appreciation there. I think that. I mean, yeah, Turts might have passed it, but he didn't, because let's be honest, he scored 20-odd tries this season by not passing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 15, fair play.
Excellent
what a
tackle.
Fantastic tackle, and then a turnover as well. So
yeah,
really good from Horsham, number 15 there.
Again, just a bit of poor game management though from Maidenhead. We've given away the penalty, fair enough, but then we've given them an extra 10 metres so they can plonk it even further into touch. Pretty poor from Maids out the block. The ref's called tackle there.
A bit of a point to note here as well. Janui, who's just come on, number 16. Twice he's got the ball here. Both times he's passed it out the back, so maybe belying his size there by Bashorn with good hands.
Good shot from Elio and Phil there. Yeah, agreed, Ed. I think he might be holding the truck it up option for a bit later on.
Yeah, another pass, another distribution. Look, that's good from him.
Yeah, and well covered by Turton. Done well to nearly bund him out into touch, forced the poor offload, and Maidenhead have got the ball back.
Oh, have my Harry's second row partner mentioned? Oh,
Ewan Hughes with the quick thinking. Alex Turton should be in under the post here, and he is.
What a try!
Great work from Maids.
The thing is, I appreciate that finish from Turks there.
Yeah.
He made it look so easy, just a little fix and the run.
Yeah.
Superb.
He is one of the hardest players to tackle.
Yeah, I've stopped trying.
Because he doesn't. The thing is, when he steps, he doesn't go very far, but he does it so quickly, and his acceleration is phenomenal. And you have to hold, because if he does step and go the other way, he's past you in seconds.
Exactly. I'd say what he does, he fixes you. You watch like that little play there from the 15. Hopefully we're going to get a replay. No? Oh god. Okay. Well, it would have been good. Maybe next year. No. If you watch that back again on YouTube or whatever later, that little fix from Turts off his left foot, then onto the right. It's just what he does. He puts the 15 back on his heels then, and just bang, there you go. Away he goes. Absolutely superb.
Yeah.
So that was a try for Maidenhead from Alex Turton, sponsored by Distinctive Group, and the two knocks over by Greg Smith. Quite a formality of the kick there, and Greg is sponsored by Braxton's.
Yeah, that's a really good result from Maids there. After giving away sort of 45 metres on the penalty and the back chat, to then answer back with a score straight away. Really good work.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'd expect Horsham to keep trying to play, because they've got to.
At this point, they have absolutely nothing left to lose. Maidenhead have already secured the bonus point. They have to score 3 tries and win the game. Yeah,
and we're going to be going to our teams around the grounds, around the country. We have our correspondent in Tunbridge, for Tunbridge Wells in Jersey. Interestingly, Tunbridge have scored full time from Tunbridge versus Jersey. Jersey 28, Tunbridge 24.
So Tunbridge have a point there. Two points.
Try bonus points, yeah.
So Tunbridge are safe now mathematically. 36 points. Yeah. So as it stands, Brighton and Horsham are both going down. And you suspect that is, in fact, no, that is actually confirmed, I believe, because unless Horsham win today and beat Maids. But Brighton are now confirmed to be going down, which is a shame because they're a good side and it's always enjoyable playing against them. But yeah, they will be in last place.
Horrible ground, man. Horrible ground.
There's some cheese to Phil Wells.
What?
That seems...
How? What?
That seems very
I didn't even see what he did wrong, and he didn't do anything wrong.
That seems very out of character for this referee. That's a penalty on halfway, and it's not consecutive penalties or anything.
For not rolling.
That seems really, really harsh. But hey,
I think that's a team pen. I've counted 9 pens across the game so far against Maids, 8 against Horsham, and you got to think it wasn't that cynical from Phil, really.
That's my point.
No, tricky.
Yeah, but hey, the ref's made his mind up. But that does feel very harsh.
Yeah, it's harsh. Substitution as well for Maidenhead here. Number 1, Elio Mandozi coming off for Jay Kuhn, number 16 in the blue scrum hat there.
Jay Kuhn. It's South African, Ed. Come on.
Jay Kuhn. Jay Kwan.
So Horsham in a really good spot here to answer back. If Maids, that's a great shot from Jay on his return. Very nice for him to come back on the last game of the year. Suffered a pretty bad broken nose against, I believe it was Hammett. Was it London Welsh? Was it? Yeah. And Horsham under the post. That's a shame. Josh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his surname. Number 16. Who has been acting as a distributor, then straightens and goes under the posts.
That's where, I mean, he's obviously a bit of an experienced man. That's where the experience shows. You know, he's had last 6 times he's got the ball. He hasn't trucked it up. He's passed it, distributed it, and that was a good Route 1 China straight through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'm guessing from the Horsham team sheet that isn't Nick Bell. However, I'm going to go with Josh Dranui. Great try.
But who knows? It could be Nick Bell. Number 16. That's what we'll go with.
It could be Nick Bell. I don't think it is.
Well, the reason we say this is that number 16 has a somewhat Fijian look about him, and Draunui is a Fijian-ish surname. So one would
Fijian than bloody Nick Bell, isn't it?
One would try and put 2 and 2 together that they've just swapped shirts.
Yeah. But whoever it is, it's a good try.
Yeah, he's playing well. Well done.
He's playing well done. But also, Horsham back in it. I mean, and the thing is, it doesn't really matter. This is a bit of a, catch-22, I suppose, for Horsham. It doesn't really matter how many points Maidenhead score.
Yeah.
If Horsham get 2 points from this, the try bonus and losing by less than 7, they're staying up.
No, they're not. Because Tunbridge won.
No, they will. They're still up.
Tunbridge got 2 points. They're at 36. Huh? Yeah. No, it's 2. Oh, sorry. Ed's just informed me that one goes down. I thought it was 2 that went down, but apparently Ed said it's 1. So a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, but don't take what I say as gospel, mate.
Well, you're a Norse, so I expect you to know this.
Yeah, but I've been making up stats all day. So I mean.
Well, let's see. Either way, to be safe, for sure, Horsham have to win.
Correct. Should we ask them?
So that was a good exit from Horsham, but Maids with good possession here, good opportunity to execute one of their launch plays. I imagine we'll see one of Jay or Sean trucking it up the middle here.
I'd say Sean. No offence to Jay, but
yeah, but Jay is a absolute cannonball.
He is, but he's into. Oh,
that is not good.
That's unlucky. That is. I mean, the gust of wind just as the ball went up there, but.
Great tackle from Sean and Jay there.
We're just waiting for confirmation from the statistical analysis team on how many teams actually go down. Give us 2 minutes, guys, and we'll confirm.
Joshy on the live stream. Come on, you Maids. Absolutely, mate. 100% agree with you. We've also got about 58 people watching now, so I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Ed is currently doing a bit of nosing, trying to confirm the relegation stats, but hopefully he'll have an answer for us soon. Okay, another good opportunity here for Maids to execute that scrum dominance. I think that we have been very, very unlucky to not get more penalties and more change from this. I think that Josh and Elio have had their men on toast. So let's see if Jay can continue.
And we've had it confirmed by the statistical analysis team that it is indeed 2 teams that go down. So although the Horsham players might not know it, they're going down. So I will say it's a bit of a shock that Tunbridge were even down there in the first place. They were one of the better teams last year. I think they finished 3rd or 4th.
Do you know what, Ed? I would agree with you. It's been really weird because I would say that there's 2 or 3 teams in the mid-table that I don't think are that good who have somehow managed to win unexplainable games, and then you go and play someone like Brighton, who are actually one of the tough, or Tunbridge for that matter, who are one of the tougher sides that we play. I think the oh, go on, Lucas. Got a bit of space here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I think that was because he's so small and the ball's so big. It was just too big for him.
Used to play with a size 4.
Yeah, just too big for him. So go on, Leachy. Who do you think is maybe getting a bit of a nosebleed in mid-table that doesn't deserve to be there?
Old Alanians, for example. I think they beat Jersey a couple of times, but I didn't think they were special when we played them. Hammersmith and Fulham, another one.
Sorry, just on Old Alanians. There's a point to note here that away from home, when we put 50 on them, was a very, very different team to when we played them here and we just beat them. So you know. And the thing is, a team like that, Central London, trains once a week, has a couple of rich old boys, you know, money talks.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, if you're down the bottom of the league and December, January, there's a couple of lads who are always looking to come down with the brown envelope. So you know.
I mean, there's been some really surprising results, like Hammersmith and Fulham beating Camberley, and then we put like 35, 40 points on Hammersmith. Then you've got like Old Alanians beating Jersey twice. You've got Horsham beating Camberley. It's been a hyper competitive league, and I think some teams have had the rub of the results.
I'd say so. I've been here for 7 years now, and I think genuinely this is the toughest the league has been.
Well, mate, I mean, like Jersey have 8 professional rugby players in their starting 15, or ex-professional rugby players, and they finished 2nd. Now, if that doesn't speak volumes about the standard of the league, you know, I don't know what does. London Welsh have clearly, I mean, sorry, London Welsh don't pay anybody at all. Wink, wink.
Sorry, I thought it was a joke.
But they have miraculously signed people who have, quote, believed in their story.
They just love the shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've basically signed a championship side. Like they've got 5 or 6 championship players.
Oh, good luck.
That's unfortunate.
That's a good set. That's a good set. Good movement. Oh, 13.
Oh, great tackle from Dan Collins there.
That is a great tackle. 13, Whittaker there at full flight, and superb taps. But yeah, you're right. I mean, when I played London Welsh here, what was the score? 60-odd, 30, I think, or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, it says it all that we were pleased we got the try bonus. I mean, they were a really, really good, well-oiled team. You know, and as you say, they don't. Well, they say they don't pay players. How many player coaches they have, I don't know. But yeah, like when you can call on, you know, Steve Shingler, Tommy Bell, you know, lads who were last year in the Japanese Pro League coming to play at level 5. Yeah, there's a. You know,
well, they're not doing that for free, are they?
No, they're not.
I mean, you can make your own minds up at home, but
the thing is, they were a pretty good team, and the thing is, players like that bring up the players around them. You know, there was a few lads for London Welsh, you know, maybe 6, 7 of the lads who had been there when they were finishing towards the bottom of the league. You know, and you know, fair play.
They've stuck with it.
Yeah, they have. But there we go. So yeah, it's been a really, really difficult league this year. Probably the toughest I've found. I mean, compared to the old Southwest days when Mays were travelling down to Brixham and you know, what's the other one beginning with C down there? Campbell. Like chalk and cheese. This rugby. I mean, if we went into that league now, in my opinion, we'd walk our home games, because the way we play rugby is just, you know, the only way we would get beaten, I think, in that league is on a wet you know, awful wet track.
And actually, Eddie, saying that, Tunbridge and Brighton both have incredibly muddy, wet pitches, and I wonder if that's potentially played a role in how their results have gone. We've had quite a lot of dry days. There's quite a lot of running expansive rugby. London Welsh have got a massive pitch. Our pitch is obviously the 4G. Horsham's is a 4G. Jersey's is a big championship pitch. You know, there's these big expansive spaces, and I don't think it suits the slightly more agricultural, shall we say, rugby.
That's a really, really good point. And there's becoming more and more 4Gs, because you know what, like, teams can't afford for games to be called off. They can't afford for home games to be missed. So there's only a couple of horrible tracks left in the league. Camberley, Tunbridge, and Brighton. I think that's probably it, really. That's
just gone round the corner. It's really interesting here, actually, because they're they're Loosehead, but number 3 is putting a hell of a lot of pressure through Josh very early. You can actually see his feet moving all the way through the set. If I'm a referee, that's an early shove for me. But the ref's seeing it how he's seeing it. But that's, I think, why we're seeing this instability at the scrum time.
And if you worrying why we're wittering on, there's a bit of a lull here. There's 59 minutes gone in the game. 20 minutes left, 21 minutes left. I would assume Horsham have probably heard.
So there you can see the number 3 has already popped up. Sorry, Ed, to cut you off. Number 3 was never actually engaged with that scrum. He's just popped straight round the side, and that's a clear indicator to the referee that he's not driving straight.
Right, this is a stupid question then, but why isn't he giving it?
I suspect because the ball came out very quickly. Some referees have this misguided belief that if the ball comes out of the scrum, a penalty can't be given. And that's just simply not the case, but that's potentially what this referee is trying to do: keep the game flowing and trying to not award penalties all the time. Ooh. That sounded like it hurt. So Ed and I have got big headphones on, so we can hear each other, and I heard that shot up in the comm box. Actually, it hurt the number 13. He's holding his shoulder, and Tom Doherty looks absolutely fine. That man is, I was going to say, that man is Northern Steel.
Cut from different granite. Hey up, lad.
He's going to go again.
They're playing quite nice shapes. I'll give it.
They are, yeah. And do you know what? This is similar to what I was saying earlier, that these guys aren't a bad side. They've got good shapes. They're playing decent rugby. They've got some good attacking units. Ewan in good. He's done well to tidy up. Sean now with the offload.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, well defended from Horsham, and the turnover. Turton through, and he's in it. That is fantastic from Alex Turton. Loose presentation from Horsham. Turton scampers through, picks the ball up, and goes in under the posts. And that is why he is the most dangerous player on this pitch right now.
We're very, very, very lucky to have him. He's 50. This is his 58th cap for Turts,
and he deserves all 58 of them.
Well, yeah, but also how many tries has he scored from nothing really? I mean, that was a poacher's try. Really, really nice turnover from Turts. Pinched, great pace, run away. Nice try, and a relatively easy kick here for Greg.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say that's Alex Turton, sponsored by Distinctive Group.
Yeah, and just on what Eddie said, that Turts is the type of player that can just create something. He has the ability to just score tries from absolutely nowhere, and there are very few wingers or players actually in this league that have that ability like he does. He's the sort of guy that will win you 2 or 3 games a year just because of how good he is.
100%. And that was a nice easy conversion there from Greg, sponsored by Braxton's. And the thing with Turts, he's like any old winger, any other winger. He's a confidence player. When he's on, he's on. But also when he's off, he's still the most dangerous player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Some players have off days, especially at this level. You might have a bad night's sleep, difficult week of work, and some players will just go hiding, or that's poor, or just disappear for the game. But Turts might do that, but all of a sudden you click your fingers and he's running in from 40 metres. So that was a bit of a rubbish kick-off. That was. It was.
Sean called over. I heard him, and then no one reacted. Pretty poor from Maidenhead. But we've regathered and haven't conceded and still have possession. So
well cleaned up there.
And we're now back to 15. Phil Wells is back on the pitch, is he, or is it George Swin instead?
No, Swinny's back on.
Okay, so George Swin has come on in replacement for Phil Wells.
And Ollie Pearce as well is back. He's on as well. Number What number is he? 18.
Yeah.
Number 18 there. He's had a few caps this year as well, Piercy, which is good.
Yeah. Do you know what? Coming back to what we were saying about strength in depth, it's really nice to see a few young faces around. So Swinney can only be about 21, 22.
Yep.
Piercy's probably the same age, maybe even younger. Oh, sorry, Swinney's 19, I've been reliably informed. Yeah.
Well, Ollie's 14.
So yeah, it's nice to see. It's like, especially with Ed and I getting on a bit, it's nice to bring the average age of the side down.
Look, it's a policy from Mobsy, I think. And when you hit 30, that's it. I mean, your time, you're numbered. Your days are numbered. He's going to get rid of you. And he likes the younger models. Does Mobsy? You know, he likes bringing up the Colts in. He likes giving them a chance, which is great. You know.
Sorry, Eddie, to cut you off. Little knock on there from Horsham. What the?
High tackle.
Okay.
High tackle seatbelt, was it?
Must have been.
Okay. Tricky.
That's strange though, because the ref actually put his arm out for an advantage to us for the knock on, but
stripped to the tackle there from Max. That was great.
Good work.
I remember the first game of the season actually speaking to the Horsham DOR after the game, and we beat them, and they said they had to beat us at home. Those are the kind of games they identified as those to win. And obviously they haven't, which is the reason why they're going down.
Yeah, I think they hung on by their coattails last year, didn't they? Really, and I think this year the standards just great tackle from Alex Turton there. The standards just got even higher, and without digging the knife into Horsham, I suspect they've probably stayed round about the same as they were last year, Ed. And unfortunately, in the standard of the league that we've got this year, if you stay the same. Okay, so we have actually just got Ed doing some nosing. Josh Drownui, I believe his name is. Go on, Ed.
We said he was good. He looks all right, doesn't he? He's currently playing. He ain't currently playing, but currently playing for Rouen Normandie in Pro D2 of the French rugby. So there is no way he is playing for Rouen, because he's playing for Horsham in level 5 of English rugby. So, very interested, and he is Fijian. He's from Suva.
There we go. So we have confirmed then that number 16 is Josh Drownui, and we have also confirmed that he is certainly a semi-professional, potentially even a cuspy professional player.
Well, he's got. Ex-Chiefs, ex-Twins.
Okay, so ex-professional rugby player playing for Horsham at level 5, and that just backs our point up that A, money talks, and B, we are in a seriously competitive league full of people that Maidenhead, that is terrible. That is absolute bilge. We've not got anybody up. We didn't know what the call was. That's really, really, really poor. But anyway, just to continue what we were saying, that just backs up our point about how strong this league is.
I mean, as we said, try.
And that is all from a Maidenhead mistake. Maidenhead can feel really, really frustrated with themselves there.
Yeah, that's a bit rubbish. Sorry to all the lads listening in, onto watching back tomorrow on YouTube, but that was a bit poo.
Yeah. I mean, we don't like being negative, but we are here to call it as we see it.
Oh, mate, we do. I love a moan. I love a moan. I love a moan.
It looks like one of the Horsham players is down, number 3, by the looks of it. It's a big bloke, so I assume it's number 3.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I've also getting some feedback from one of our correspondents out in the crowd that the Horsham bench are not happy with the referee. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Because he's missed a couple of things, but he's missed a couple of things for both sides. So.
Yeah. And also hasn't given us any scrum penalties really, when we should have had a lot.
No. And I will say actually, this is the beefiest, the meatiest Horsham bench I have seen. I mean, they've got some big beefcakes there, haven't they? Look at them.
I haven't actually had a look, Eddie. Hang on.
Massive. They're bigger than the bloody players. Oh, good kick. Oh, that's a lovely kick. So that was a try there for Horsham, converted by. Who was it? Ollie Chennell. Converted by Ollie Chennell. Score update for people out there: 33-21. Just the 12 points in it. How many minutes to go? 12 minutes to go.
Yeah. So I have just looked at the Horsham bench, and I can confirm they are some large human beings.
Massive.
It's funny, right? Because Maidenhead don't look that big. That we don't have a massive side. We've got a few big old units like Alex French when he plays, Nick Riding, Harry Jevons is a big guy, Elio's a big guy. But across the board, we are usually one of the smaller sides, and we definitely punch massively above our weight in terms of physicality and in terms of results. And it's really encouraging to see that in a game where physicality and collisions win you matches, that we're managing to compete.
But this is why you got to play quick, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a change at hooker here. Max Keller off and JJ throwing in. Now JJ has not thrown in for a number of years, so this could be interesting.
Football, you got to give me. Well, that's not JJ's.
That's not JJ's fault at all.
Not JJ's fault.
And he's done really well to regather that.
Well done, JJ.
I know he's very nervous about playing hooker.
Yeah, he really doesn't like it.
You can see his hands shaking there with nervousness.
Ooh. Oh, great double shot there.
Not many times you see Sean hit like that.
No, he normally is reliable gain line ball.
Now, I will say there's an overlap. There is an overlap. Still an overlap.
And we just got to use it.
Just use
Go
it.
on, Elio. Oh.
Off their feet, ceiling! Straight off his feet!
Not happy. Someone's not happy.
That is I believe, the Horsham coach, who incidentally was held under investigation by the RFU after this fixture last year for accosting the referee in the clubhouse. Why am I not shocked by that stat?
You ain't learned his lesson, has he then? No. Okay, fair enough. All gap there.
Oh, that is great play from Maidenhead.
Oh, great try.
Fantastic there from Max Thomas. Lovely little out the back ball, outside shoulder, found a soft spot in the defence and glides his way through.
Yeah, I don't want to single out a player there, but there might have been a certain ex-professional player from Rouen, Normandy in 22 who was left wanting there. And there might be a reason why his knee's strapped up, because he ain't got a knee anymore. I know how that feels, mate. But, yeah, I mean, look, that was great play from Max. He's that nuts and bolts kind of player. You know, he does the simple things really well, and that was just to simply look up. I'll see a slower player. There's a gap. Score the try.
Yeah, and I think one thing that Max has done really well this year is add some security into our midfield. We've struggled with midfield injuries yet again this year.
We have.
And Max is really interestingly enough, in the reverse fixture at the beginning of the year, Max actually played fullback, but has since stepped into the 12-13 channel really nicely.
Yeah, he suits it. He does suit it.
He does, yeah, and as Ed said, like a nuts and bolts player that's ever reliable, hits contact hard, tackles hard, and he's got good hands as well. And actually, not necessarily today, but does have a good boot as well.
He does, and I will reiterate, Max is not sponsored at the moment, so Amdocs, Braxton's, Crawford, Hale, McAvoy, Rowley.
Although for when Max watches,
next year, maybe.
For when Max watches this back, it would be nice to see him at training more than once every 6 months.
But yeah, good try though. And the conversion made by Greg Smith there from Braxton's. Not from Braxton.
Josh has done really well there to secure that ball, well, to slap it back to Maids at least. And Sean tidies up nicely and makes some good ground, and then this should be an easy exit. And there's Max Thomas again with the kick.
It's a bit of an aimless kick though, isn't it?
It is fractionally. We would have rathered that hit grass than the player. But Ollie, oh, that's unlucky from Ollie. It's a really good shot. He's just got it slightly wrong with the height.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get your handbag out, son.
Yeah, pal, I wouldn't be taking on Jay.
Go on.
Of all players, it's not Jay.
No, I was going to say,
15 versus a front row.
15 looks like he weighs about as much as Jay's big toe.
Yeah, Jay and Piercy there. I think Jay just went, get out my way, bro. And then that was it then, I think.
Jay's gone, do not hit my brother.
Do not hit Machana. Don't hit Machana. No, that was good from Jay, backing up his team.
Yeah, I love Jay. He's such a wholehearted rugby player. He's always there for the boys, and a proper good egg that we've got at the club.
Another one, very lucky to have actually.
Yeah.
I think he went to Dorking previously. You know, Dorking currently at National 2, doing quite well up there. But yeah, really lucky. You don't want players to be squad players as such. I'm not saying Jay is, but bringing someone like Jay off the bench at this level is gold dust.
Yeah, and I think actually, again, coming back to that strength in depth that you mentioned, we have been so blessed this year with front row. I mean, last year,
Unheard of for us.
Last year, I had to play 6 or 7 games, quite badly injured, just because we didn't have another hooker. And now this year we've got Max Keller coming in, we've got Rowley and Courtney in the 2s, we've got obviously Josh has signed for us, then we've got Elio come back, Jay, so we've got really good coverage across the front row, and that's really nice.
It always shows the strength and depth, I think, of the first team, how many second team players have first team caps. And, you know, as Leachy correctly mentioned there, in the 2s this year, we've had players like Jack Norris, Charlie Thomas, you know, Rowley, Courtney, who have all had Freddie Tipton today as well at 8, who've all got first team caps. And yeah, when you look through that second team last year especially, there was 1 or 2 players maybe who'd had 1 or 2 games with ones. Now there's pretty much the whole team, which is fantastic.
Here we go. Maidenhead got no, sir, that is dreadful refereeing.
Don't mince your words, mate.
My God, Maidenhead have walked through them, and they had the penalty given against us.
I said walking round because that.
Oh.
I'm assuming you don't agree.
I find it difficult to believe we were walking round as they were both up in the air.
Sorry, can we just appreciate that offload?
That was excellent hands from Horsham, and this still is excellent hands. I'll get over my moan now and come back to commentating.
Trouser tightening. That was superb.
And that's thoroughly well deserved. And again, Mr. Draunui, Mr. Professional Rugby player, with a lovely little offload to put his mate in space.
Well, I'm hoping he's an ex-professional rugby player, because if Horsham are playing him full time, something's going wrong. But also, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, he was central there. A superb offload out the back door, and yeah, really nice pass picking the space. Nice line from number 8 there from Horsham.
Can we just go back about 10 seconds, Ed, when you used the phrase trouser tightening?
It was. Lovely. It's a family show though, so and that was a try for
12, actually, not 10.
Was it?
No, he said 12 more. Oh, he said 10 more. I said it's 12 actually, not 10.
Well, that was a try for number 8.
Oh yeah.
Tom Bishop, and that was confirmed by Ollie Channel. That was a nice try for Horsham. Try bonus point. Doesn't really matter because they're still going down. But you know, it's that's something to take on the bus back. Yeah. And there's how many minutes left? Did you say?
4. Just over 4.
It might be quite interesting if there's a try pretty quickly for Horsham. But
I mean, yeah. And ultimately, Maidenhead want to win the game, right? But the result's kind of academic at this point. It doesn't actually make a difference.
Well, I will say that we have lost from very, very similar positions.
We have, but again, the difference between this year and last year is that the games that we maybe would have lost last year, we have been winning this year. And that makes all the difference. Again, Mr. Draunui with the ball in hand, lovely distribution.
Jams on!
Oh, boys, we've got to make those tackles now. Come on.
Leachy, we've got to start discussing our man of the match.
Yeah.
Couple of nominees from you.
So I think the ever-present Sean Ingle has been exceptional again today.
Really good.
But I don't want to give it to him. I'm bored of having Sean be man of the match.
Wait. Who says you've got cast a vote?
Well, okay, I'm not going to nominate him then on my shortlist.
I'm Senior Vice President of Commentary here. Right.
Yeah, I'm Chief Rugby Norse though.
Okay, all right.
So I think that my nominations would be Josh Nicol.
Yep. Okay.
I think he's been exceptional at set piece. I think he's tidied up the ball really nicely.
I would say underappreciated.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
He hasn't got the change he's deserved from set piece, has he? Really,
yeah. I would say Max Thomas, has been busy and scored a nice try.
Yeah.
And then my third nomination would probably be, I would say Alex Turton. I think that he has been exceptional again. Great in defence, great in attack.
I think someone might have dropped a little left.
Oh dear, that's not good, is it?
You silly sausage.
That was a bit silly from Horsham. But yeah, so my 3 nominations would be Max Thomas, Josh Nicol and Alex Turton. I would have said Harry Jevons, but his first half was stronger than his second, in my opinion.
Agreed. I agree with Turts. Well, it is a bit boring to give it to Turts.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's rubbish at doing interviews. I don't know how, because he does so many. He should have to get those lines polished, but I'm joking, Turts. Yeah, Turts always gets it. And he never necks the pint. So, yeah, but Turts, fair play, has been superb today.
Yeah.
I agree with your opinion on Josh. I think he has been underappreciated by the referee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at the pure stats, we've only got a couple of scrum headers. We really probably should have 7 or 8. I think the impact of JJ, who's played several positions.
Actually, yeah.
Throwing in, plays hooking, his breakdown work has been superb.
Yeah.
For me, My man of the match has been Max as well.
Max Thomas.
Max Thomas.
Yeah.
That nuts and bolts player, he deserved his try. He's just the glue.
Oh, here we go, Joshy. That's good. That's good work from Maids. They've identified that they don't have a particularly strong hooker. Oh, dearie me. They identified that they didn't have a particularly strong hooker and then gave the little checkout option to Josh Nichol at the front. I really like that.
Nice. And JJ 100% line-out win so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Despite someone not being able to catch at the front of the line. Go, Lucas. Yes, Lucas, go on.
I was going to say as well, for a young lad, he's done really well today.
Yeah, that's good work.
They're not very happy about it.
Yeah, again, the Horsham coach is giving the ref a gobful, as usual.
What's the point? You're losing by 12 points with 1 minute to go.
I know, you're not going to win the game.
Shut up.
And also, it doesn't actually make a difference if you do win the game.
Yeah. Oh, anyway. I would say my couple of honourable mentions for Horsham. I know we have been taking the mick a little bit, but Josh Drownui has
been fantastic.
He's been really good. I mean, you know what? He's showed his class. He's scored a try. He's set up a try. He's great offload. He's led the team well. He showed his experience. I think number 3 as well. I know he's been cooked a bit at the scrums today, but he scored a nice try at the start.
Yeah, and he's been a physical presence as well, actually.
He's been good.
Yeah, I think actually Horsham have come here and showered themselves with a really good performance, to be honest with you. JJ, great work, mate.
100%.
And actually, Swinney, great impact there. He's rode that really nicely.
Piercy.
Sorry, Piercy, not Swinney.
Again, from our correspondents out in the field, some more negative feedback from the Horsham bench.
Go on, Elio. Oh, Elio Mandosi! Oh, there we go! That was Maidenhead at its finest. That was Maidenhead at its finest.
Feels all the better. What a try!
Tony Mandosi with the little offload to Ingle, and then Ingle with the out the back. True sevens player over there.
That was amazing. What a try from Maidenhead.
Fantastic work.
Lovely try. Sorry, a bit excited over here, but yeah, there we go.
That is Lucas's debut try, and thoroughly well deserved. He's been very good today, and actually a really exciting player going forward. I'm really excited to see where he can go over the next year, 2 years, and watch him run those first team caps up.
I mean, that was try of the day, but great. I mean, it's actually a tight. Is it tight head prop? Tight head prop offload into number 8.
Loose head prop, sorry.
Well, whatever, prop.
Yeah, so the clock is now in the red, so this should be last play.
That was just, what a try. That is Maidenhead all over, isn't it?
That's fantastic. I mean, that embodies what Mobs has got us to do for the last 3 years since I've been here, and it's play. Every player on the pitch is a ball player. Everyone has the ability to get those offloads out, and everybody has the capacity to make line breaks like that.
Still playing, and Lucas isn't sponsored. So again, sponsors of Maidenhead. Reach out, get sponsoring Lucas for next year, because hopefully he's going to be here. And that's a lovely, lovely kick from Greg Smith there, sponsored by Braxton's.
So this is something that I don't really understand. We are 1 minute and 45 seconds over time, and we're still playing. Drownui, not the best kick, but it's worked out. DC with the offload. Josh Nichol in open pastures. Josh Nichol in open pastures here.
Good shot.
What a try! That is absolutely outstanding. Dan Collins with the little inside ball. Josh Nichol in open pastures, steaming down the wing. Inside ball to Sean Ingle, and then Ingle with the little inside offload.
I mean, they're showing us up here. Was that try of the day? I don't even know.
I don't know, mate, but between those two. And I wonder, do you want to change your man of the match after that little run from Josh Nichol?
No.
No?
I'm tempted, but no.
No? Okay. Sorry, Josh, I tried.
No, that was a great try. Oh God, this is just so good to watch, isn't it?
I love watching Maidenhead play.
So good to watch.
Well, no, sorry, let me change that. I love Maidenhead, watching Maidenhead play like this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We both would much prefer. No offense. We'd much prefer to be out there.
Yeah,
playing
of course.
in the sunshine, doing that. Well, we're not doing that ourselves. Watching everyone else do it, but.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, yeah. What a try.
It's just fantastic rugby, and it always entertains the spectators. And yeah, we may throw the ball around, and it may not go to hand all the time, and we may make mistakes, but we always provide a spectacle, and that's something that I really enjoy.
I mean,
yeah.
We just got to play. It's 52-28.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty fair reflection of where the game's been. Horsham have brought a good performance, but ultimately we've always really been in the ascendancy, I would say. Greg just slides past the right-hand post, and we are still playing, ladies and gents. So we are now nearly 5 minutes over time.
And that was a nice try by Ewan Hughes, sponsored by Paul Dilly in recognition of Thames Valley Ambulance. So,
okay,
that was really nice.
I wonder. We have a sponsor at Maids called Watches.co.uk. I wonder if we could sort the referee out with one that works.
Wait, is ours wrong?
Well, ours might be wrong, but I've been timing it on my watch as well, and I make it time up.
You're such a Nors, of course you have.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I said Chief Rugby Nors Officer.
CFO. Yeah. No.
CRNO.
CRNO. Sorry. And fair play to Horsham, they're still playing.
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of got to, but yeah, absolutely. Fair play, good guts, and they're probably in here.
Oh, no, they're not.
Oh, what a great tackle.
Who was that?
Lucas and Dan Collins, what a tackle.
Well played. I mean,
Anthony, our cameraman, has reliably informed us that Lucas is, and I quote, a tackling machine. So that's always nice to hear.
I've always found the smaller players like that have to be really good technically, because, you know, maybe someone who's a little bit bigger, especially when they're younger, can get away with, you know, a poor technique. But actually, someone smaller like that has to be spot on.
Someone like Greg Smith, to be honest with you. Like Greggy is not the biggest bloke in the world, but generally I would back him to make 99% of his tackles.
Yeah. Oh, driving more. Try. Who's that?
No, it's a penalty. Is it a try? Oh yeah.
That's a try. Yeah. It's only 4 though. Obviously for Horsham, but I think that was number 6 there for Horsham.
It was someone in the heavies.
Yeah, I think that was number 6, Jordan Smith. Just well, a little bit of a say cherry on top. It was something to take away for the bus trip back for Jordan, but and this is number 20 taking the kick here. They haven't got a number 20. I think it's George Howard, the travelling reserve. But
interesting, the travelling reserve is on the pitch.
Missed it. Bloody hell, ref.
Ref, it's an 80-minute game, not a 90-minute game. That's bizarre, man. The refs obviously stopped the clock at some stage, and we haven't. But this is a little bit bizarre now, because I don't remember any serious injuries for 5 minutes.
No.
I mean, there was the one right at the start of the half, but that was about minute, 2 minutes at most.
He wants us to hurry up. Mate,
this is about minute 90, ref. That's why we're not hurrying up.
It's a 200-minute game.
Last 2 Empty
minutes.
the tank, go forward.
We are literally going to end up playing 90 minutes, guys, which is, you know, not rugby, but hey.
I mean, I will say the crowd have got their money's worth.
Absolutely.
If you paid £5 or whatever it is to get in, you're definitely, you know, how many is that? 85 points so far and counting. Couple of yellows, some cracking play.
Oh, great tackle. That's gone forward. Yeah.
4 yards forward.
Shawnee, that is a really, really, really good cover tackle.
There we go.
There we go. Game up, and a thoroughly well-deserved win for Maidenhead. A spirited performance from Horsham, but ultimately just not good enough on the day. Best of luck to them in Regional 2 next year.
I think they'll be back up pretty soon. I noticed Bournemouth are down in the league below, and they've done really well. And yeah, they felt like a better team than Bournemouth they did.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bournemouth were not the strongest side, and I think Horsham will come probably straight back up, or certainly be in the promotion battle.
Yeah,
so best of luck to them next year, and best of luck to Brighton as well. I believe it's now confirmed that it will be Brighton and Horsham going down. Okay. Yeah, best of luck to those guys. Hopefully see you again soon, and we're going to do a post-match interview with our man of the match, who will be I'll go down with it. Who will be so we'll get Max Thomas, and Lucas, and I'll also get Josh Nichol over, and we'll get some thoughts from the boys.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Leachy.
No
great
worries.
day, mate. Last kind of maybe 20 seconds from me, closing remarks. I think it felt a little bit iffy maybe for the middle of the first half when Horsham were when Horsham were pressuring and had a little bit of, like, let's be honest, Maidenhead better team on the day. It didn't feel like a 52-33 game. I think defence was a little bit optional towards the end, but all in all, 5 points in the bag, 20-point win. It felt good.
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
And you hear me on this one as well, yeah?
Yeah. You look really cool. Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Look at those shades. Yeah, so all in all, a really good day. Thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you to everyone who commented. Thank you to everyone who's going to watch on YouTube, who's going to be annoyed at how unpartisan we are. But you know what? We are the Maidenhead commentary team, and yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's been a great league season. Hope to see you for some of the cup games. Thank you.
Well, that was well deserved in the end, wasn't it? So, that was a good performance.
Dropped a couple of times, but every team does that.
Yeah, I mean, Horsham put in a really spirited performance there. Just 1 point. Swearing Frenchie to cut the huddle. And actually, Horsham put in a good performance. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers. Language, Jevons! Language, JJ! I need you afterwards, Josh. You.
I mean, the scoreboard tells that's the performance. And then you put them away beautifully at the end. Okay. But that probably summed up our season. Yeah? Nobody can entertain people today. There's some great moments, individual moments, collective moments. I think in the end we can be quite proud of it. Because we look like we are struggling. Players found it hard to defend, and we spoke about that mindset. They came with everything they had. And that mindset just kept them at bay all the time.
Yeah, with 14 men, a 10-minute D-set under the cosh, in the way we play, using the touchline as next to the standpoint, was outstanding. Every single man on the pitch did everything we asked for at half-time. We rode the storm. Every single individual battle, we made an absolute menace, and that's what won us that game, so well done.
I think just from a the game, but from a season's perspective, you look at where last year, losing tight games, coming off. Looking at why we weren't coming out on the proper end of those results. We had a good pre-season, we were heavy on recruitment, of mates coming back from the uni. And every time we've got into those tight games, we've come off smelling the roses. Yeah? We need to do the same again, without being that boring old fart that says, how it kind of does. But look at where we are compared to where we were this time last year, and we were fighting for our lives on the last game of the season. We've been safe for ages, we've known that, yet it hasn't changed the way we've played, it hasn't changed the belief that we've played with, it hasn't changed the dog that we've had out there. And that's every single person in this circle. There's a lot to be proud of, all the work you've put in, whether you're support staff, coaching, playing, it's massive. But mid-table is not what we strive for. Yeah? We've got more in us, it's good progress, but it's not job done.
Yeah.
I just endorse what you've all said. I mean, it's been an up and down season in some respects because we haven't had the continuity with injuries to key players and so on, and people unavailable for work, etc. But every time that we've got a side together that can play 15-man rugby, it's quite
Enjoy the beers.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, mate.
1,
2, 3.
Lucas! Josh, can you grab Lucas and Max Thomas? Lucas, come here. Max Thomas! Oh, hang on, you've got to do a picture first, then come and grab me. You've got to do a picture, then come and grab me. Yeah, I was very nice about you. I was nearly giving you man of the match, and then you went off the boil in the second half. Oh, I did you? 2 turnovers in the first half. I was like, Jevons is putting his hand up here. Go grab a picture, and then I need Thomas, Nickel, and Lucas. Hey?
Oh, still mic'd up.
No, yeah, it's still mic'd up.
Oh, yeah, true.
No, don't do that.
Go halfway.
We are still trying to grab some players. They are currently doing their media duties, as you can see, but hopefully this will be swift and then we can grab our man of the match and a couple of Max Thomas. And Josh Nickel, honourable mention, and Lucas.
Drew, you should.
Post-match thoughts whilst we're here? No? You sure?
I'm not sure there's too many kids about.
Yeah, no, it's turned on up there. Yeah, Dickie. Come on, we'll go over to the 15 so they can see you on the camera, Dick. Maxi, Josh, Lucas. This way. Okay, so I have got Dick Brown, our club president. We've got man of the match, Max Thomas, and a few honourable mentions for a post-match interview. We'll slowly make our way over to the 15-metre line. Anthony, can you see me? See us all right, or a bit further? Cool. So we'll start with you, Dick. Thoughts on the season? Thoughts on the performance? I'll give you that. Do you want to hold that? I've got a mic here.
Well, the performance was outstanding in parts. We were up against it because they came out with everything to win this game, and they weren't a bad side. It belies their position on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
But our boys put everything together. They tackled like Trojans, and when they put it together, there was no stopping the back scoring tries. It's been a bit of an up and down season. We've had some serious injuries. Continuity has been difficult. But when we've got a side that can perform like that, I'm a very happy bunny. And Maidenhead should be proud of their side.
Yeah. Absolutely, Dick. Thank you very much. I think that Eddie and I were talking about how positive the club's been this year, and it's credit to you guys, credit to the support staff and the players that have got the improvements through and have made us the club that we are today. Onwards and upwards.
Yes, onwards and upwards. Hopefully, it's a pleasure to be president of the club. When you think what we were like a couple of seasons ago, we were in the doldrums a bit. And this season, there's been a dramatic change, and that's because of the players' attitude and spirit and so on, and the leadership by the 2 captains that we appointed, and everyone wants to play for everyone. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dick, thank you very much. Go
Thank
and
you.
enjoy the beers.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Maxi, Maxi, Josh, and Lucas. Can I get you over here? So, whilst the players are ambling over, that was club president, and as you can hear, very proud man, very happy man, and as are we all. So whilst they're walking over, we have our man of the match, commentator's man of the match, Max Thomas. Then we have 2 honourable mentions, Lucas for his first team try, he put in a great performance, and then Josh Nickel for his rampage down the right wing, found some open pastures, gave the little inside ball, and should have had about 8 scrum penalties, but the referee just doesn't like him. Right, Maxi, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, there's not much to say.
You can hold that and pass it round.
There's not much to say, really. I mean, fucking good day of rug.
I mean,
in the sun.
Language, please, Max.
In the sun. That was going to come out, wasn't it, after a game? Right, seen the 2 props, set up tries.
Yeah.
It's like, got pretty easy.
Nice. And Maxi, quickly, Josh Dranui, right, he was their number 16. Did you know that he was a professional rugby player last season? What are your thoughts on...
Wait, was he playing hooker or something?
No, he played centre.
Played centre? Sorry, I'm not very PG.
You can see that Wellington College education paying off nicely there.
No, I did not.
No.
Was that 13?
16. Fijian geezer.
Oh,
yes.
What? No,
Yeah.
13 was pretty good.
13 was good, yeah. But yeah, so Joshy, what are your thoughts?
On the game?
On the game, on the season, on moving over, making the jump to level 5? What do you think?
I've absolutely loved it. It's been completely brilliant, and the
Good.
boys have been incredibly welcoming. And it's just great to play with a bunch of boys who want to turn up week in, week out, and want to, do all the rugby.
Yeah.
Seasons, it's been good. It's been decent. It's a bit frustrating at times, but we can play like that against some teams, and other teams we just have a little hiccup.
Yeah.
But we've put it in at the moment where it's counted, and we've played some cracking games, and it's had a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. Nice. Well, it's a pleasure to have you as always, Joshy, and hopefully next season we can see more of the same. Lots of scrum penalties.
No more line break.
No more running down the touchline. Was that too much open space for you?
It was scary.
Cool. And then Lucas, mate. So second first team cap. Obviously first one at home. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Give us some initial reactions.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, just it's a dream to play in front of everyone here.
Nice.
So we're watching them since our under 6s. So yeah, just really excellent.
Nice. And got your name on the score sheet, so that's always nice. Yeah. Yeah, no naked lap. We don't do a naked lap here. We don't encourage anybody for nudity. But yeah, so yeah, really well played, boys. I'll grab the microphone back from you guys and go and enjoy the beers. I'll see you guys upstairs. Cheers, lads. And that signs us off from the live stream. I hope you've had fun and enjoyed the Saturday afternoon. We will see you probably next week for Bracknell at home in the Papa John's Cup. Thanks, guys.